Hey, good to see you again. And before we get started, giving some love to the sponsor of this video. This video is brought to you by Raycon. Those true wireless earbuds that come in at about half the price of other premium wireless earbuds on the market, but still crank out that sound. Raycons offer 8 hours of playtime and 32 hours of battery life. Still fit in like so. Actually, pretty hidden by my hair. And they've still yet to fall out of my head. They remain my workout earbuds, or they're perfect for those days you're just laying in bed and you know you have to do that one important thing. Listen to music. A day worth living. There's also a built-in mic so you can take calls. And they offer a new modern updated rubber oil look and feel, as well as optimized gel tips for that perfect ear fit. And they come with a 45-day happiness guarantee, which again, I always appreciate. So click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/John. Unlock exclusive deals up to 20% off your Raycon order. And thank you once again to Raycon for sponsoring this video. I do appreciate it. And now the biopic of tennis legends Venus and Serena Williams, starring Will Smith. So King Richard, like I said before, is the biopic of Venus and Serena Williams. It follows the father named Richard, hence the name King Richard, and his plan that he had for his daughters to become the best tennis stars on earth. Which, I mean, Will Smith being in movies are usually called the Will Smith Show, and this solidifies the fact that you can make a movie about tennis legends, Venus and Serena Williams, and it's still the Will Smith Show. To be fair to this movie and its execution, though, it does work because at the core of this entire story is the family dynamic. That's what you see, that's what you feel, that's what this father is working for, and his wife. The entire family, the parents, are working for that. They're doing what parents generally should do, which is make sure your kids have a better life than you had, right? Like, that's the point. And you feel that. You even saw that in the trailer, that scene where CPS is at their house and he's like, oh, you mean we're hard on our kids? That's because we are. We're keeping them off these streets. And I love how Will Smith portrays this character, how the movie portrays the character. You know, it's this person he's a dad who undeniably loves his family. He's also a stubborn and flawed person, but we're all flawed and yes, also stubborn. He has a hustle to him, and there are a couple times where I'm like, dude, if I were that guy that you made that deal with and you omitted that information, I'd be pissed. You know, I'd be pissed if I were dealing with Richard in that capacity. But if I were Richard, if I were the father, I also would have omitted the information to make sure the deal happened. So you have all these characters who are frustrated with each other, who are locking horns with each other, but you're like, I kind of see where you're all coming from, because that's just life. And I thought Will Smith was great in the role. Will Smith at this point, he's like, I've done so much with my career. I really want that Oscar. So we see him doing a lot of character pieces like this, but he's always reliably good at them. Will Smith's a great actor. He brings the heart into this role, and you needed an actor who could portray that, because you have an actor who brings that to the forefront. You get it, you know, you get where this guy is coming from and you get what he's working for. Also, he's a very positive guy. At the tennis matches, you know, he'd be like, oh, good luck to you. You know, he's like a nice person you'd want to interact with. He's all about sportsmanship. He doesn't want his daughters to be cocky. He's like, dude, be humble, do the work, don't brag. And when he frustrates John Bernthal because he omitted information, he says it with such a smile that Bernthal's character has no choice but to just kind of like be frustrated, but you can't hate him. He's got that smile. The movie did a good job at balancing all those elements of this character. But it's not just Richard. Anjanou Ellis plays his wife, the mother of Venus and Serena Williams. I thought she was great too. This is one dialogue that becomes a monologue with Anjanou Ellis where she's talking about like, dude, I've been here too. I'm dreaming along with you. It's one of those monologues, you ever watch a biopic or a drama, and when a monologue happens, you're like, yeah, if this person's nominated for an Oscar, that's the clip they're gonna use. It was one of those monologues. I don't know if she's gonna be nominated for an Oscar. I just don't think like the Academy. That's not me. But if she is, it's going to be that clip. Now, Sania Sidney as Venus Williams is more in the forefront than Serena Williams is, because she's the one who got the coach. The coach was like, hey, well, I can take one, but I can't train two. So it follows Venus more than Serena Williams. Again, though, they use that to their advantage. I thought they were both great in the movie. Because it's like, oh, Venus gets all the training. But then it shows that they take that training that Venus just learned, and they go with Serena at home, and she then practices with that training. It's kind of a 2-for-1, but it's also double the work, which shows the fortitude of this family and how much they wanted the best for their kids. But both Sania Sidney and Demi Singleton as Venus and Serena Williams, I thought they were both fantastic. They were both great. They both brought the heart you want to see. You know, it's like, oh, I mean, they're tennis legends. They get to play tennis legends. And you're hoping like, come on, be likable, be good, also be good actors, please. And they were all of that. They were everything you wanted to see as the youth of Venus and Serena Williams portrayed on screen. John Bernthal was great in this movie too. I'm used to seeing him as the badass, you know, Frank Castle. This movie, he's this really rich, stressed out coach who has to deal with a father who's going against his advice, and he has no choice but to be like, okay, I guess. Do you want to pass on that deal because you think something... Oh man. I always appreciate it in any capacity when an actor flexes their acting range. I thought this was a good move for Jon Bernthal. And in the end, I love me a good biopic. I love the formula, I love the execution, I love seeing a fictionalized version of what happened. Hopefully it's as real as they can make it for entertainment purposes. And this was a great biopic, and it shakes up the formula a bit, you know? It's not just these girls have dreams and they achieve those dreams. Keeping the family dynamic in the forefront, I thought was a smart move. It was a great move. It's an inspiring biopic seeing the beginning of these two epic careers, but also a heartfelt film about family and love. The movie is a bit long, you know, it's clocking in at around 2.5 hours or so. It's hard to tell with trailers these days, somewhere around there. But I don't know what I would cut. Like, I can't be like, oh, they should have shaved time here. I don't know. It all seemed to work for it, you know, it all seemed to work to the end goal, in which the movie did have great payoff. It was a great balance of family being at the center, but also the tennis sport being that which orbits that family dynamic. And in the end, you have a great finale with an intense tennis match. I had me a heartfelt great time. I thought it was worth watching and worth buying on Blu-ray. It's one of those movies if someone comes to me like, hey, the family and I want to watch a good movie after Thanksgiving dinner, what would you... King Richard. All right, so King Richard, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.